Sentai re-uploads. Colorado Anime Fest is around the corner. All this and more. I am the Kaiju no Kami, and this is the Toku and Animation News Network. Remember to click like, subscribe, the bell notification, and whatever else YouTube has you clicking on to support us. What's up, everyone? I've got a pretty short news report this week. I know last week's ran pretty long since I was really going through a lot of the Playmates Power Ranger toys that I was not super impressed with. The monsters were what I was excited for the most, and learning when they had action features, I was like, oh. Okay, well that's disappointing, but it is what it is. Meanwhile, I'm still waiting for Super 7 to announce some new reactions for Power Rangers that can hopefully go with my Shoto collection for Zyuranger. But with that in mind, there was also the pre-orders went up for Discotek's releases of Jan Person and Kikaider. They come out May 27th. I pre-ordered them from Media OCD because if I can, I would rather not support Crunchyroll. I'm looking forward to those, especially Jan Person, since I'm all about Metal Heroes right now. And it's looking pretty solid, so I'm trying to debate, do I even want to bother watching anything Metal Heroes-wise in the meantime? Or just wait for Discotek to release everything? We'll see how it goes. I'm like 50-50 on if I should wait or not. Especially because it could be a long while. I still would also like to finish Kamen Rider, but it is what it is. Because they're going to release X, I might as well just wait until X comes out to review it. And I might as well wait until see what happens with Amazon. Since if they have X, they're probably going to have Amazon. I would still like to finish the Showa era this year for Kamen Rider if I can. Then again, I would like to finish Metal Heroes in the next year and a half if I can. So, we'll see how it goes. Either way, I am excited for Kikaider and Jan Person. I was disappointed Kamen Rider X was not up for pre-order this round, which means X will probably be out in their July listings. Ultraman Z has had cover art shown. Looks to be coming out next month. I think it was April. I don't remember the date though. But it's just the series because there was no movie thanks to COVID. Now, on to the other news. You've probably noticed I've been re-uploading some Super Sentai reviews. That's because I've decided I want to have my Sentai reviews be all uniform because one, I am nearly done with Sentai reviews. I mean, I just released Boom Boom Ger yesterday. Oh my god, all I have left really is King Oger until I do Goju Ger when there's enough episodes to review. And, well, I'm halfway through King Oger. I finished the first arc, and we watched the summer movie yesterday, which I enjoyed a lot, even though it was weird that it, takes place before the last, 2 minutes of episode 23. Kind of oddball there. But it is what it is. I enjoy it. I'm enjoying King Oger still the second time around. In fact, I'm enjoying it. I'm glad I have been watching it a second time. And then, but anyway, wow, my mind's all over the place today. I've had a serious lack of sleep, so my brain is just I've been sleeping in 30-minute intervals every hour when I've gone to bed at night. It seems like last night I think I got a total of 45 minutes of sleep. But yeah, so my brain is everywhere. With that said though, yeah, so my Sentai reviews, I've released Battle Fever J, Denjimon, I have Sun Vulcan uploaded, I'm currently trying to get Gogo 5 and Dynamon uploaded, and I keep getting copyright claims because some stuff that didn't get claimed before is now getting claimed, which is totally weird. But what I'm doing, oh, and I uploaded Jetman. Jetman, what I did is I took the DVD review and I combined it with the series review. Now, I will say some of these reviews that were much older, I was like, man, I forgot how my mic sounded back then. It sounded so low. I'm like, if I had the time, I should just if I still had some of the original scripts, I should just re-review, or not re-review, but re-record some of these reviews and edit the new scripts over the old footage and just like stretch out any pieces of footage I need to do. But damn, I'm like, holy crap, I forgot, and how not really monotone I was at times, because I was a lot better than I was in the early days of my channel, but still not as lively as I am now. And I think the mic had to do with that too. But yeah, I've been like, wow, I forgot I sounded like that. However, I am not going to be re-releasing any of the reviews, re-uploading I should say, any of the reviews that I had already done under the TAANN logo and intros and credits. So that includes Go Busters, Kyoryuger, and then Lupot onward. Those ones, all I did was update the thumbnails, I updated the descriptions, and I updated, that was it. That's all I had to update. The thumbnails and descriptions. Because I'm trying to make everything uniform. I've created a Sentai 50th anniversary folder because I'm doing all this for also to celebrate the 50th anniversary. So I'm calling these re-uploads my 50th anniversary re-uploads. But practically everything up through Gokaiger and then Tokuger through Q-Ranger are going to be re-uploaded. Well, except for one thing. Couple things actually. First, as I've said before, if you haven't heard, I'm going to be re-reviewing Zyuranger and Dairanger later on this year. They were the first Sentai reviews I ever did, and as such, I didn't establish a format for my Sentai reviews until Kakuranger, so I want to re-review those series, plus Zyuranger taught me how not to review a TV series. So I'm going to re-tackle those two, especially because they are very, very old and icky. I mean, Zyuranger I reviewed in like my first month and a half of the channel when I was just getting started. And then Dairanger, I just kind of went somewhere with that review. But I want to re-review those. The others I will be doing basically I'm removing the old Kaiju no Kami intro and credits and putting in the TAANN intro and credits, and then making any additions. Like for Jetman, as I said, I added the DVD review to the series review. I did the same with Abaranger, which will be coming out later on this week. I actually did some of my like cold open jokes in the DVD review, and I added those to the cold open to the series, and then I added in the DVD section and cut out just like the little intro part I did where I said I'm reviewing the DVD. So Abaranger will be one big thing. I'll do the same thing with Five Men. I have not watched the Dekaranger DVD at all yet, so I won't be doing that to Dekaranger. Gavon I might do that too, because also there were a couple errors that happened in the upload to the Gavon release on YouTube. So that one I'm probably going to also re-upload with the Blu-ray section added, and we'll fix those few errors. Tokuger is another one that something happened with the release of Tokuger. There were a couple flash frames I somehow missed on the YouTube version. Well, might have been on the uncut version too. Either way, Tokuger I still have the original files to, so I'm going to completely redo that one as well. Re-render a brand new cut of that. Maybe add in my GTA joke I wanted to add in originally, but for some reason stupidly forgot. Yeah, I did do it in Kira Major's review, but I still wanted to do it in the Tokuger review. Maybe. Or I might say, you know what, because I already did it in Kira Major, I'll just forego in Tokuger. But I do want to redo the Tokuger review. That's why I kept the original files, just because there were a couple errors that I noticed during when I watched the YouTube version on YouTube. I was like, man, how did I miss that? So that one will be kind of a brand new version, but with brand new intros. And I think I might still have my Shinkinger review files, because I made some mistakes on the Shinkinger review, but I'm not 100% sure. Heck, maybe that one I should fully re-record the audio and put it over the video, the files. I don't know. I've got ideas. But I'm also not trying to give myself unnecessary work for things that won't have too much of a payoff. But then it's Super Sentai. Everyone seems to love Super Sentai. But yes, so you're going to see a lot of Super Sentai old reviews being re-uploaded. Right now, I'm kind of going in order, but I might not always stick to order. I'm having a hell of a time with my Dynaminus and Go 5 reviews. They keep getting new copyright claims, and then when I fix those, they're getting other copyright claims. I'm like, how are they okay before, but not now? And I'm fixing old copyright claims that got made that have been keeping those reviews from making any ad revenue for the last few years. I know somebody asked me, well, doesn't that destroy the view count of the videos? I mean, yes. But I'm just privatizing them. I'm not deleting them. So, no. But at the same time, does it really matter? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Does it really matter if that video is removed for the view counts? Yeah, Gold Ranger, when I get to that one. For some reason, I didn't do Gold Ranger and Jacka first. I did update the listings, but I didn't actually re-upload those two series just yet. I was just seeing how, if I redid the listings, how they would work. As I said, I want everything to look uniform, so I am at some point going to redo the re-upload Jacka and Gold Ranger to have the TAANN logos and TAANN intros and TAANN credits. But yeah, so I'm not concerned about the view numbers really on those old videos. They're like years old. But these new ones, these updated ones, that's what I'm concerned about. So be on the lookout. I'm going to try to have one series released every day, even when I release other videos. Outside of yesterday, I didn't release one because I had Boom Boom Jerk coming out. But yeah, if you want to, hopefully you will still, even though you've already watched them, at least click on them to like them, because that would be cool. And it seems like people are watching the Battle Fever J one again. Not as many people rewatch the Jetman review as Battle Fever J, but still, I think also the way I'm trying to also rework them, the descriptions and titles, to hopefully hit those YouTube algorithms, so maybe they'll reach a new audience that hadn't seen them before, that would never have found them because they didn't see them before. That's also what I'm hoping that this does. I'm hoping it grows the channel. The GoFundMe has not exactly helped hit what I was hoping, sadly. I was really hoping, I mean, yes, I put the amount for $25,000 to help the channel out for basically 10 years, but I was hoping I would at least hit half of that. I'm like a point 0.0000010101010010% there. So I'm kind of saddened by that. That is actually kind of disappointing. And I'm getting hit with these people like, oh yeah, if you give me your service, if you pay us money, we can advertise for your GoFundMe. And I'm like, if I had the money to pay you for the advertising, I wouldn't have put the GoFundMe up in the first place. It's kind of defies the point. And when I was talking to this one person, they're like, oh, well, you're doing everything right. Well, if I'm doing everything right, why are people not seeing it? Oh, well, you're not advertising it right. so I'm not doing everything right. Well, you are doing everything right. Well, clearly not. So I was kind of confused on that. And then they just kept spamming me with messages like, have you decided to use our services? Have you decided to use our services? You really should use our services. I'm like, nope, ignore. Anyway, that's just my little GoFundMe rant. That's all I've really got for this week's news report. As I said, it was going to be pretty short because there wasn't too much to talk about. There is no superhero time this weekend because there's some apparent sporting event going on. We have not watched Godzilla episode 4. We're going to wait till, Color Anime Fest, I mentioned in the beginning of the video. But we're not going to watch Godzilla episode 4 or 5 until after Anime Fest, so we'll probably have 4, 5, and 6 to watch for one on an upcoming day. But yes, Color Anime Fest is next week. I will be doing 2 panels. Krelika would be doing 3. I can't give you the times right now because the schedule is not concrete yet, and because they haven't officially released the schedule, they ask us not to say exactly what time things are going to be done. But right now, Krelika has a panel each day that weekend, and I have a panel Friday and Saturday. As of right now, that could change. I'm not going to say times just in case. I am doing a Metal Heroes, the history of Metal Heroes panel, and a physical versus digital media panel, which I have like a film noir flavor to. It's called Touch of Evil. The Battle of Physical and Digital, or something like that. And then the History of Metal Heroes panel, which I've been currently, which one they told me last week had been approved. So, I mean, I haven't had much time to actually prepare for the panel other than my initial ideas, and my initial idea as I was implementing it didn't work out so well, so I'm basically been working all morning on my panel from scratch again, and so it didn't work out the way I hoped. And there is, 17 series is a lot to talk about in an hour long, in basically an hour. Actually, I think my panel should be 75 minutes, but I'm just saying there is a lot to cover with footage and talking for an hour when you got 17 series. So I've kind of combined a few areas that I could, others not so much. I got to make sure I keep my clips down, but then there's the clips I'm showing. I'm like, but I really, really want to have this scene in this clip. So I'm kind of like, oh, what do I do? But anyway. So yes, I'm doing a History of Metal Heroes panel and a physical versus media, digital media panel. And then Krelika has a gatekeeping panel, a rage quit panel, and what is the other one? Rage quit, gatekeeping, and I don't remember the other panel she was doing now. But either way, if I recall, one is each day, and 2 of them are late night because, late night, because they're 18 plus panels. And that's all I can really say about them at this moment in time. But be on the lookout for those. I will be posting our panel times once the schedule is complete. And that's all I've really got for this round of news to report this week. So as always, click like, subscribe, the bell notification, whatever else YouTube guys are clicking on to support us. You can support us on Patreon and Bluesky at Toku AAN Network, Facebook, Instagram, Discord at Kaiju no Kami, technically Twitch at Toku AAN Network, which I still have to get up and running, but there is a Twitch channel out there. I just need to actually work on it and figure out how to get Twitch to work. And the website is creativitybydesignllc.com. You can buy cool Kaiju no Kami merchandise at creativitybydesignllc.com/shop. There's also a link in the description below. We did record another batch of AI versus AI videos, this time around women superheroes, women in Toku, 2 women in Toku 1, which was kind of awkward. Those things broke my brain, as you will see in the coming weeks. And the GoFundMe, which also is in the link below. So until blah 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 blah, as I mess up my thing, because as I said, sleep deprived, I'm kind of like everywhere right now. But anyway, until next time. Wow, that was pretty weak. Bye.